Welcome back to the Hidden Haven Homestead. Today we've got Hannah out here helping us. We're going to be putting up our barrier. So this is a 24 by 96 hoop house, and when we're not planting in the ground and we've got plants out here that we want to stay warm, we don't want to have to heat all 96 feet of it. So we're going to take that piece of plastic right there and we're going to hang it from the crossbars there, and then I'm going to put a little barrier up above that, and we'll try to just heat the one 24-foot section here instead of having to heat the whole thing. When you're using propane to heat, it ends up costing you quite a bit. We went through about 400 gallons last year keeping this place warm once we got the tomatoes in, and we tried to keep it from getting below 50 degrees. 50 degrees is kind of, I think, the magic number. If you go below that, you start setting your actual production back. From what I heard, when it goes below 50 degrees, every day it's below 50 degrees, you lose, you push your date out 1 week. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's 100% accurate or not, but that is what I've heard. So we try to keep it above 50 degrees all the time while our tomatoes are growing. And right now we're in the middle of March. We've got all our little baskets hanging in here and all our plants on the ground. So I'm going to try to section this piece off. We're going to get our tomatoes in here hopefully in the next week or so. I section this off, just heat one end of it instead of heating the whole thing. So here's what I'm going to use to put this plastic up. It's the same thing we use to hook the plastic to the hoop house. Those are little U-channels, and then that's wiggle wire. So we'll put the U-channels up on those cross members, put the plastic up, and affix it with those wiggle wire right there. It's really a very neat system. We're going to do this, and you can kind of follow along. All right, so we've got most of this up here. I was just going to show you this wiggle wire. There's a reason they call it wiggle wire. So you wiggle it up inside here, and it pinches this plastic so that it can't slip. So I'll just show you how it works here. You just wiggle it back and forth, and it goes up inside that channel. Just like that, all the way down. Now if I pull on this, that's going nowhere. That's in there really tight. I'll finish this up here and we'll get back at it. So we've got our piece of plastic up. You can see over on this side it's a little bit short. That's okay because we kind of need a way to get in and out. If it went all the way across, we'd have to cut a hole in it and then splice it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some stakes and stake it to the ground, and then we'll put some boards over it to keep any air from escaping. And then we're going to take a piece of my leftover from the outside, and I've got a roll here, and we're going to close that, give us a little walk-through gate, and then enclose the very top up there. And that should take care of everything, and we'll be done with it. All right, so there it is. I'm gonna patch that hole right there with some hoop house tape. We've got it all sealed up all the way across there, and I got a piece to put right across the top. So we've got another little hole here. Any of those holes like that, I'm gonna go ahead and just patch them. Then right here, I'm gonna take, what I did last year is I used, if anybody knows about Pampered Chef, they have Twixie clips. I took and made a slit, 2 slits, and put Twixie clips on for our door. I'm gonna make this door here My wife is very understanding, and she lets me use some of her stuff that probably normal people wouldn't let you do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple of holes right here to make our door. So I'll just punch a hole through both pieces, and then put my Twixie clip through and make a hole for both ends. So just punch a hole like that. Bring my Twixie clip through the hole. If I can find it. There we go. So punch another hole. There we go, and I'll put another one about right here. And then whenever we want to come in and out, we just take those Twixie clips off and work our way in and out. There we go, I got two there, and then I'll just tuck this up underneath the piece of the wood. Help hold it down on the bottom here. And that will be our door to get in and out. So we'll just take those two Twixie clips loose, take the boards off, and we can travel from one side to the other. I'm gonna go ahead and close that hole up I showed you over there a little bit earlier. I'm not gonna use our hoop house tape for that. I'm just gonna use regular duct tape and take a piece of plastic and tape it around it. That hoop house tape is a little more expensive than duct tape, so I'll get that done and we'll be done with this project for the day. So that's gonna do it for putting our barrier up to keep our plants protected. It's supposed to get down to 27 at night, tomorrow night, then 21, 18, 23, and then finally come back up. But in here we want to keep this little area as warm as we can for our little plants that we've got planted in here. Hopefully next week I'll have the tomatoes in here as well. But for now, that's going to do it from the Hidden Haven Homestead. And if you like this video, share it, hit the like, subscribe, tell anyone you know about it that you think might be interested in it. And until next time, we'll see you right back here on the Hidden Haven Homestead.